Alright, so we're here with the brother. Now, let's just get right into it. We're going to start off with homosexuality. Now, I don't know if homosexuality is an issue in the black community. Is it growing? You know, I know that they approve gay rights, like marriage rights. Now, gay people can get married, I guess, in all states or certain states or however that goes. So like I say, I don't know if this is an issue with the black community. Do you think homosexuality is an issue with the black community?
It's just is exactly what that is all about. You got to understand this. What you really got to see is that we are more powerful than any other race.
Okay.
So not
what
only
do you mean more powerful?
We're more powerful. We have more of us. We're more. We have in strength wise.
In the United States, they say we're a minority in number.
Of course, that's what they're going to say because that's what they trying to make you believe. See, in other words,
you're saying
if you just like I hate to bring it up, but the reason why the black spades were so powerful was because of the numbers.
Because they was led by a Muslim.
And
they got the victory.
And the
their
numbers,
inner circle
the numbers
all
were
Islamic.
Big. Exactly. That's
the
foundation. That's the foundation
right.
of it. But what it was is that there was so many.
Right.
And so many following this order.
Right.
So now
that's a different subject. That's a different subject because
okay, we'll start. We'll
right,
hit that, let's go back to the homosexual. All right. So now, we as being brothers, right? We're a threat to the Caucasian man. I'm gonna specify the Caucasian man, specifically because that's what our war is about. Okay. And so now, because we outnumber them. Because we're strength-wise
in America or the whole world?
In the whole world.
Not in America though, right?
In the whole world, we outnumber them.
Okay.
You gotta, I broke it down like this before. The average person of color,
right?
Family, if it's the woman, it's gonna have maybe 4 to 5 kids.
No, you ain't gotta say that because I know in the world we outnumber them. I just wasn't sure if you were saying in America or
what. So we outnumber them. Okay. So now, not only do we outnumber them, we're bred different. Okay. We're the reason why we're so dominant in sports and the reason why is because we're bred different.
What do you mean bred different?
We're bred different. With the melanin in our bodies, the everything, we're bred different.
The melanin. Okay.
Right. And so our bodies are more powerful. And I'm just going to keep it real.
Okay.
Our bodies are more powerful. So now that's a threat.
Okay.
That's a threat. So now, how can they weaken that threat? Okay. By making homosexuals like putting in the minds of homosexuals. They done, not to say it was a trick, but they done tricked us in so many ways as it is already. They done tricked us.
How are they tricking us with homosexuality?
No. What do you mean, how are they tricking us? Because number one, and this is the most important thing, God does not make mistakes. I'm going to say this on camera. Okay. God does not make mistakes. Okay. So God does not say, okay, this is a man, and when you get a little whatever, you're gonna like men. Okay. You're a woman. I made you as a woman, a female, and then later on you're gonna like females. Okay. Human anatomy doesn't call for that. When you have sex, you're having sex to procreate, to make more, to have children.
You said that a couple of times, and that's debatable because sex could be more than just to procreate.
Okay, what else it could be for?
For pleasure, for spirituality with the partner. The oneness, the tenderness, because we grow as human beings. Tenderness.
A hug is tenderness.
Right, but the sex is also pleasurable.
And I think, kiss is tenderness.
When you look at animals, I don't think animals have the pleasure with sex as we do. They just, is you can see, it's just procreate because they don't have that pleasure. We have an intimacy and a pleasure. So like I say, that could be
because
debatable.
that's man-made.
No, pleasure, no, because our nerve centers, a lot of the head is nerves and the vagina, the clitoris is nerves, and it's just a certain pleasure you get more than the average animal.
Let's say that is what the case is.
So sex could be more than just to procreate.
So all right, so that means that homosexual should be allowed to have it. If they can listen to what you're saying. You're saying that the pleasure for a man is to stick his penis in a vagina, right? That's considered a hole, right? That's considered a hole, right? So if a man sticks his for pleasure into anal, then that's the same hole.
No. I don't approve of homosexuality at all.
I mean, neither. So that's why I'm saying that God did not do that. God did not plan that. God did not plan
I agree
for
with
a
you.
man to be with a man and a woman to be with a woman.
I agree with you. I'm just saying that you said a couple of times that sex, the reason for sex is to procreate.
And that's what I
believe.
believe.
Just saying that could be debatable. But anyway, do you approve of homosexuality?
Not at all.
What do you think of homosexuality?
I think that a person that is a homo is not only confused but totally against what God created them
nature.
for.
Okay, so let me ask you. Okay, African Americans, we don't have our own nation, our own land. We don't own anything. You know, if we had our own nation tomorrow, African Americans from the South, if we had our own nation, like Jamaicans, like Dominican Republic, if we had our own nation tomorrow and we elected you as president, what would you do in our nation to homo? Do you have a right to be homosexuals in our new nation?
No. I definitely.
What would you do with it?
What I would say was I would teach them that what they're doing is wrong.
What do you mean teach them?
I would teach them that what they're doing is wrong.
Would you gather them in a meeting?
Just like now, the laws say that it's okay.
Okay.
I would change the law to say that it's not okay.
No. In our nation, we setting the laws from scratch.
That's what I'm saying.
So now we would say what? No homosexuals in our nation?
No, we would say that is not allowed.
Okay, so now we find out 2 years down the line that there's some closet homosexuals in our nation.
Kill them off with their heads.
You serious?
I'm dead serious.
Kill them?
Off with their heads. No. I wouldn't actually kill them, but I would make some type of a punishment for them.
Like what?
Because that's our future. So they're teaching the new generation that. So if you know, just like a summons, if you get enough summonses, then you can go to jail after those summonses.
Okay.
So the same thing with that.
You would put them in jail?
I would put them in.
Then there'd be homosexuals in jail.
Well,
and you know that's a problem.
Well, no, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, it will, because some of them might be rough and they might bogart some innocent young dude and turn him into a homosexual in jail.
Okay, and those are the ones that would not be coming out.
Okay, but now you got two homosexuals because he raped a young 21-year-old boy or a 20-year-old boy in jail. He raped him, and now that young boy is a homosexual. So now you got more problems. So what do you do?
Well, like I said, if number one, the way the jail system here.
We talking about in our new nation.
In our new nation, there wouldn't be that.
We would have a jail.
There wouldn't be that.
Would we have a jail?
We would have a jail, but we wouldn't have the homosexuals in there having sex with each other. We wouldn't do that.
Okay, but how are you going to stop a man from having sex with another man?
Because if you could stop them from having a cigarette, if you could stop them from putting the drugs.
You can't stop people from having sex. You can't stop them from having cigarettes. You could try. You can't stop a man from having sex.
Why do you think you can't stop a man from having sex?
Because the lights go off. You can't
Number
live on people's shoulders.
Do you know that in jail right now, they have a pill that can stop you from jerking off?
I don't know about that, but you know what they got in jail now? They got an eye scanner. In central bookings, they're taking pictures of people's eyeballs as signatures, like their fingerprints. And they're doing voice recording.
With voice recording. And did you know, as of 2000, I think it was 2005, the babies are born with a chip in them?
What babies? Well, I don't know about no chip. I don't want to talk about nothing I can't prove.
Okay, you can prove it though.
You can prove that it's chips in babies?
Yeah, you can prove it. Just like a dog has a chip, there's babies that have chip. Just like the babies before, you used to see on the birth certificate.
I don't want to talk about no chips.
You used to see the foot graph.
Okay.
Okay, the foot graph is no longer needed.
Okay, back to homosexuals. Now we got our own nation, brand new, Black Americans. By the way, did you think, I asked you a long time ago, what should be our name as a race of people?
Black people ain't never named themselves.
That's what we need to do now. Name ourselves. What's the name? What's a good name you think we should?
Kings and queens.
Kings and queens. Kings and queens.
Because I'm a damn king.
Well, you know, when you said that about the kings and queens,
right?
You know, that's a good idea, but on the other hand, you know, if we're a king, then who are the people?
We all kings and queens.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So then that takes away from the name king, being a king.
Oh, okay, I see. Because you're saying it can only be one king?
Right.
But no, we run a democracy, right? In our nation, we would have a democracy, right? Much like this one, right? We vote, we have a voting.
Who are you going to vote for? If we're all kings and queens?
Well, it's just a title. It's not literal.
Right. So okay, so when we vote, who are we going to be voting?
Whoever's running for office.
And what that office going to be?
We can structure it just like America. We got mayors, governors, and presidents, whatever we collectively agree on. But as a name of people, what do you think would be good for us?
I believe that
Black Americans from the South.
Okay, and you say that a couple of times, and I've heard that from you. They say from the South.
Wait, I don't want to. You believe what? What should be our name? I don't want to.
Okay, all right.
You believe what?
That would be something, like I said, I would really have to think about, because I don't want to give a name that's not worthy of us.
Right.
You know, I don't want to give a name that's common. You know, because in reality, we are kings and queens.
Right.
We are, you know.
Well, all of us are not kings and queens. Even in slavery, I think what happened is they mixed us all together. They mixed the idiots with the kings and queens. They mixed all of us together, and that's the mess that was made. And that's why it was a mess. Listen, okay, so now we got our own new nation, Black Americans. We got our new nation, and homosexuals is in the nation. So I guess we don't know what to do with them, because you said put them in jail, give them summonses, and then put them in jail.
Yeah, because, you know, anything other than that.
How about deport them?
To where?
America. And I want to say this. I mean, the idea of us having our own nation don't mean that we can't still do transactions with America and still live in America. Same way other nations do it. They have Puerto Ricans here, they got Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico, and they come back and forth. We could do the same thing.
Okay, so what you're saying?
Like we already discussed, homo is known. What about lesbian? Now the interesting thing is, I've never read, and I've even asked people, I've never read in the Bible where lesbian, God said a woman shall not lay with a woman. God makes it clear that a man shall not lay with a man. It says that a man shall not lay with a man, but it never said that a woman shall, or I never saw where it says a woman shall not lay with a woman. So what about lesbian?
Okay, right there is where the big discrepancy, and I wish I had brought my Bible.
Right.
Because there's several incidents in the Bible where the man slept with a man. King James was a homosexual.
Okay, look, King James is not in the Bible. So now what I'm saying is this. Should a woman lay with a woman? Is that right or wrong? Is that like homosexual?
Yes, that is the same thing.
The same thing? So that's outlawed in your country?
In my country. Right.
No lesbianism.
No lesbian. Even though it looks good to us.
Okay.
No.
Right. Not even kissing. What about women kissing each other?
Well,
tongue kissing.
No, not tongue kissing. Peck on the kiss.
No, I'm talking about tongue kissing.
No.
No tongue kissing?
No good. Because tongue kissing represents sex.
Let me say this about we get back into that, but let me say this about homosexuality. Now, for my experiences, like seeing out in this world, like I'm not a doctor, psychology or nothing like that, but you know, things I've saw in my lifetime, as far as when people say they was born gay, do you think people was born gay?
No.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think people were born gay, but like I say, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not none of that. I'm just saying, from my experience, what I saw was like some boys might be born with feminine characteristics. They might walk like a girl or act like a girl, and it's feminine. They might be born with feminine characteristics. And I think what happens is either their mother, their father, or somebody in their family, their friends, they go outside, they get teased and antagonized, and they get called gay. And I think they start to believe they're gay. That's personally what I think. I've seen it happen where young girls wasn't a lesbian, wasn't gay, but because her mother kept telling her, you're gay. You know, children are very impressionable. Their minds are young, and their minds can be molded. And you just got to be careful what you say to these children out here, how you tease these children out here, you know, how you antagonize these children out here. But I think boys they have feminine characteristics. And I just want to say, just because you have feminine characteristics don't mean that you're gay. Just because you have feminine characteristics, it don't mean you're supposed to have sex with another boy. That's just what I'm going to say.
You know, I spoke on this once before, and what I gather is that it's the surroundings that make people believe that they're gay. If you have a lot of women in your family, and you're the boy,
right,
and you're
that feminine energy rub off.
Exactly.
Right.
So, you know, it's your surroundings.
And I think also some boys might just have a feminine way about them. You know?
But that's what, and it still it goes down.
But that don't mean that they're gay. I gotta say it again. Any child listening, any parent listening, just because your child has feminine characteristics, it doesn't mean that they're gay.
Right, because they have to realize where those feminine characteristics came from.
Maybe they was born to be creative, extra creative, or extra whatever. You know, maybe they was born to be a chef, a cook, or a florist. So I don't know. It's something that they gotta master about themselves, figure out about themselves. It's just another obstacle to conquer. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and like what I was thinking about also is this. When I say the surroundings, now us. When I say us, and I can only speak about Bronxdale because that's where I was raised, and that's where I was. So us in Bronxdale, that was our thing from I could remember kindergarten up. I could remember liking a girl.
Right.
You know, I could remember liking a girl. My first girlfriend. You know, she hair. You know, and I remember her.
Right.
And you know, that's all I wanted. So now, as you get older, you know, and you get a little something about yourself, then that becomes variety. And then when you know that you can get a woman, that's even brings it more to the table. Okay. So now, you don't have to think about being homosexual or anything because you're already bred to believe that these women is what you want. So you can't go from wanting these girls, and then feel like, okay, I want guys now.